So we are going to rewrite, we're going to write x to the fourth plus 2x cubed plus 2x squared minus x minus 1, and we are going to divide that whole thing by x squared plus 1. So first step is we are going to divide. So we are going to divide the first one here, the x to the fourth. We are going to divide that by an x squared, which is the first term here. So first term here by first term here. And that'll give me x squared. And we put that x squared on the top. I'm going to line it up with the other ones. And then we are going to, second step, multiply. And we're going to take that x squared, we're going to multiply by the entire divisor of x squared plus 1, x squared plus 1. So x squared times x squared is x to the fourth power. X squared times 1 is just x squared. And then we're going to put those on the bottom, x squared, and there we go, and plus squared, there we go. Awesome. Okay, and then we are going to subtract, which is that step right there. So we're going to subtract, which is the third step right there, subtract. So x squared minus x squared cancel out. We bring down the 2x cubed, and then we say 2x squared minus x squared, which just gives me 2 minus 1, which is just x squared minus x minus 1. Bring down everything else, right? Okay, cool. Now we're going to divide first term again. So again, we're back to division. And we are going to say 2x cubed divided by x squared. And that will give me 2. And then x cubed divided by x to the second power. 3 minus 2 is 1, or just, 2 will cancel out, leaving me just 1. Leaves me 2x, so I put plus 2x on top. Then we go to the second step, which is multiplication, which says 2x multiplied by x squared plus 1, which gives me 2 x to the first power times x to the third power, or x to the second power gives me x to the third power. Then 2x times 1, which just gives me 2x, right? So we put it over here, so we say 2x to the third power, and then we are going to say 2x, which is over here, right? And then we're going to subtract it, which is the third step here, right? So third step, which is subtraction. So the 2x cubed minus 2x cubed cancels out. We bring down just the x cubed, and then we say negative 1 minus 2, which could be a negative 3. And then we bring down the negative 1. Now we try the division step again. So we're going to say x squared divided by x squared, and that will give me a 1, which means plus 1. And then we do multiplication, which is the second step again, multiplication. So we're going to say 1 times that entire thing, which just gives me x squared plus 1. X squared plus 1. So then we say x squared plus 1. And then we subtract it, right? So what that does is x squared minus x squared cancel out. That leaves me the negative 3x. And negative 1 minus 1 is going to be negative 2. That's going to give me, so that's it right there. So what we do here, next we're going to try to divide this negative 3x by x squared. It will not go in evenly, so that's going to go into the remainder. And I did not give myself enough room to write the remainder. That is unfortunate. But basically, I'm going to write the negative 3x minus 2, and I'm going to stick it over the divisor of x squared plus 1. So the entire answer, let me clarify that, is x squared plus 2x plus 1 plus negative 3x minus 2 all over the x squared plus 1. And this entire thing here is the answer. All right, so let's try this next one over here. So we are going to rewrite it as, 4x cubed plus 2x squared plus 3x plus 3. And we are going to divide the whole thing by 4x minus 4. I'm just going to separate that a little bit. Okay, so we'll divide the first term here by the first term here. So we say 4x cubed divided by 4x, and that would just give me x squared, which I'll put right there. Then we're going to say x squared times 4x, which give me 4x cubed. And then we say x squared times negative 4, which would be negative 4x squared. And then we will subtract. We are going to subtract these. So we say 4x cubed minus 4x cubed. Those cancel out. We say 2x squared minus negative 4x squared, so that's really the same as x squared plus 4, or 2x squared plus 4x squared, so that would give us 6x squared. Then we bring everything else down. Then we divide the first term here by the first term there. And what that does is that would give us a, let's see, 3 half, because you're saying 6 divided by 4, and then you're saying x squared divided by x, so we put the x over here. And then we would say, yeah. Okay, so then we have to multiply 3x. Let me write what I'm saying here. Realize this is getting a little complicated. So we're saying this times the entire thing of 4x minus 4, right? So we multiply that through, and that gives me 6x, right? So I multiply those together. And then I say 3x over 2 multiplied by negative 4. I know this thing keeps correcting it into a 9. Sorry about that. And then that gives me minus 6. All right, so this one is a square. There we go. Okay, so we end up with 6x squared minus 6x, and then we subtract, and then these cancel out. And that leaves me, I'm subtracting a negative 6x, which is the same as adding 6x, so 3 plus 6x, or 3x plus 6x, which gives me 9x, and then we bring down the 3. Then we divide the first term there. So we're saying 9x divided by 4x, right? So those cancel out, and that right there, we have a 9 over a 4. So we have to put plus 9 over a 4. The x is canceled out, so there we go. Then we have to multiply it through, so now we're saying 9/4 times 4x minus 4. Okay, so we do that. That gives me 9x. I multiply there, and that gives me a negative 9. So it gives me 9x minus 9. And we subtract. These cancel out. And then it's 3 minus negative 9, which is the same as saying 3 plus 9, which gives me a 12. And because we can't divide 12 by 4x, right? Can't divide 12 by 4x, I'm just going to leave the 12 over here. So I'm going to say 12 over 4x minus 4. Now, you could simplify that if you wanted to, but it's not necessary. This right here should be an adequate answer right here. Ooh, I know that's super ugly. We'll rewrite that. So it looks like our answer is something like x squared plus 3/2 with an x on numerator, or you can put it off to the side if you want, plus 9/4 plus 12, plus 12 over 4x minus 4. It keeps turning it into a 9. Sorry about that. And there we go, something like that. And this whole thing right here is our answer.